Baddies Gone Wild episode 3 titled Make Room. So this episode starts off continuation from last episode. Here we have Daisy and Bahati being bullies trying to take TT and Cupcake's room. Oh my god, the episode literally starts off with Daisy and TT fighting, and this fight looks crazy, y'all. Like you can literally hear Daisy like she is hitting TT so hard. She knocks TT on the bed. She falls on top of TT. She's still swinging on her. They fall on the ground. Daisy is literally holding TT by the back of her neck like this. And they were trying so hard to break up that fight, but they couldn't. And it's funny because security is even in the confessionals. Like, I needed help breaking up that fight. Like, Daisy was going crazy. The other girls are literally standing there and watching, and they are not trying to help break up the fight. Literally, that's me. Like, I'm not about to hurt myself trying to break up no fight. Hell no. Daisy is still going at it. Daisy literally knocks TT onto the green little chair, still swinging on her. They're like, okay, Daisy, stop. Here she goes. Daisy trying to act like Bahati now. Like, she don't know when to stop. You already won. Like, you got that fight. Even TT in her confessionals is like, Daisy hits hard. I got up tired, but you know what? I'm not scary, and we could go again and again and again and again. No. Okay, so Cupcake is literally like, me and Bahati went 3 rounds. I'm 29 years old. I'm not about to sit here and fight over no stupid ass bed. Like, she could sleep with me. Talking about Bahati. No, hell no. Don't let her sleep with you. The way that Bahati came in there bullying you, the way that she fought you all those 3 rounds, like, don't be nice to her. That was kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. Oh my gosh. It turns to Coco in the room. Coco's eye is messed up. It's literally like red and like shut. It looks really, really bad. Like, Daisy did that. Damn. Daisy's a heavy hitter. Cupcake even tries to shake Bahati's hand after that. She's like, we good? Here's Bahati. I'm not shaking your hand, but I'm still sleeping here. Cupcake's like, yeah, we're gonna sleep together. That's fine. No, Cupcake. Talking about, didn't we just meet yesterday night? Her, TT, Bahati, and Daisy. Didn't you guys already did everything? Like, if y'all had that understanding last night, it's very weird that you woke up on different energy trying to take over their room and stuff. Like, that's weird. So Daisy is like, is we sharing a bed to TT? And TT say no, and we could run that again. I'm not sleeping with you. That's kind of how I wish Cupcake came. I wish Cupcake said that to Bahati. Like, no, and we could go every single day. Cupcake literally has like an oxygen inhaler on her nose. Daisy was like saying, she was kind of making fun of Cupcake, like she's about to have an asthma attack, but Daisy was also holding it up to her face too. Like, what is going on? These girls can't breathe in Brazil. What's happening here? TT is not backing down. She's like, you're not sleeping in here. Daisy talking about some, I'm gonna go get my stuff and I'm gonna move in here and we're all gonna be roomies together. You guys, the fact that the Midwest girlies, Oxy Pearl, Shay, Jaden, and Coco, it's literally 4 of them sleeping on 3 beds, and their beds are all much smaller than these master bedrooms. Like, they could easily fit 2 people, but the way they came about and did that, like, that's why I'm like, no, nope. And TT was like, I was not scared of you. I literally just did my hair because we were supposed to go out. That's why I didn't want to fight you. It did look like you were scared, TT. Is Daisy delusional? She literally says to TT, I don't feel like I started with you. Yes, you did. You came in that room. It's her room already. She found it first. You tried to get Cupcake's bed. You seen that wasn't working because Bahati's weird is also trying to get in that bed too. So then you turn to TT, even though you guys already talked about it the night before. You weren't supposed to fight TT, but because everybody was watching, you decided you wanted to fight TT over the bed now. What are you talking about? Like, you instigated this whole thing, and you're wrong. Bahati is trying to make it seem like Cupcake is the one who switched up. Bahati's like, when the camera is off, you were talking all this, but then when the camera's on, you're trying to act nice now. You still went way overboard. You still did way too much. Okay, so they're all sitting at a table together. They're talking about the club last night. Erica Raven is like, you guys brought me out of my shell. It was so much fun. Erica Raven is so pretty to me. Like, she's just so naturally pretty. Coco is talking to Daisy about their fight, and Daisy says, I only fought you because you jumped in. And that's what's confusing to me about Daisy, because like, on day 1, you were acting like you were Captain Save-A-Ho. Like, you were literally helping people that got jumped. Like, you were doing the right thing. How did you go from that to being a bully? Second episode, trying to fight TT and take over Cupcake's bed right after you squashed it with them. What character are you trying to be here? Are you trying to be like Captain Saberho, or are you trying to be like Big Bad Wolf? Which one is it? So Daisy and TT start talking, and TT is basically like, I didn't like what you did and I still need that. Like, yeah, stand your ground. Bahati is trying so hard to justify why she did what she did to Cupcake. She's like, you said off camera that you were gonna slap me. And Cupcake's like, I did, but then we talked about it. And here comes Glitter Gloss. She was like, I did too, and you didn't do nothing to me. Oops. What happened to that, Bahati? Ooh, okay. So Cupcake is saying like 2 days before I came here, I found out that I might have the C word. Ugh. I just hate when people bring up such serious things on this type of show, because these girls, you don't even really know them yet like that. They're not even your friends yet. So it's like you're just giving your enemies, info. And Janelle's is in the confessional talking about you have that, but every time I look at you, you smoking a cigarette, you taking shots, and I'm like, yeah, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay, so TT and Bahati are talking, and Bahati's like, we already squashed it. She doesn't really want any smoke with TT. She's like, we already apologized, and TT immediately is like, I never apologized to you. Bahati's like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Here comes Hurricane M. No, she didn't. And TT's like, look, this is what we're gonna do. We can run our ones, and whoever wins will keep the room. Bahati's like, win or lose, I'm staying, because Bahati knows low-key that she can't beat TT. Daisy is over here trying to play puppet master so bad. Daisy now is turning to Janelle's, talking about Janelle's. What happened between you and Shay? Can we talk about it? If I was Janelle's, I would not have even entertained Daisy. I would have been like, girl, stop trying to start. We already handled it by ourselves. But yeah, then she tells Shay, hey, do you want to tell everybody what you said about her opinion about the celebrity and online pics? I'm like, here we go again. Shay is pretty much like, that was my opinion, like the Real Housewives thing. You could tell that like the girls are just trying to find somebody else to have as their new target now that they shifted from Bahati, and it looks like it's going to be Shay. They don't like the comment that she made. Half of those girls are online pics and celebrity pics. I don't know. But anyways, Hurricane M is talking to Shay like, you got humble real quick. She's like, you were the first one to have a black eye in the house. It's like, oh, I didn't see that. Then Hurricane M turns to Jaden, and they're trying to talk about their whole situation again. And Jaden is like, no, bitch, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. Like, yeah, how many times are you guys going to talk about the same thing over and over and over? It's just like, find something new. Jaden, another one of the girls that I think is just so pretty. Jaden's sitting there with a blanket all around her head. She is so over it. Her arm hurts. She doesn't want to argue with Hurricane M. She's like, would you just leave me alone? Like, damn, why are you talking to me right now? Like, she is over it. She gets up and leaves the table, and Hurricane M like gets up to try to come after her too. I'm like, girl, sit down. She doesn't want to fight you. Daisy's in the confessional talking about Jaden is so scared that she wants to go and hide in the bedroom. I understand why Jaden got up. You guys are not going to orchestrate her to fight. Like, you guys forced her to fight. Like, I completely understand. She doesn't want to fight right now because her arm hurts. So when she's ready, she's going to handle that. She's not about to do it because you guys said go. So then they're like, let's play a game. Never have I ever was shots. And Bahati says, never have I ever been boring. Daisy says Rella G, number 1. Jaden, number 2. And I think Erica Raven, number 3. Y'all 3 are boring. Y'all need to take a shot. I don't think Rella G was boring. She literally was so turned up the first episode. She was fighting Bahati about a million times. And yeah, I don't agree that Jaden is boring. Literally, whether she wins the fights or not, a lot of the fights had to do with Jaden so far in these 3 episodes. So that's not a boring person. The only person you could possibly call boring possibly is Erica Raven. We haven't really heard much from her, but I wouldn't even say that because she's just been quiet because you guys are lunatics. Okay, so next scene we have TT, Coco, and Jaden. They're up on the rooftop and they're talking about how Daisy and Bahati came to TT's room and tried to like take over the room stuff. So Bahati comes up and joins them, and Coco is like, real question, like, why did y'all do that yesterday? Why'd y'all come to TT's room doing all that bullshit? yesterday. Bahati says she already had a problem with Cupcake because Cupcake was starting with her. I never had any issues with TT. Like, I wasn't thirsty to take TT's bed. Daisy's the one that did that. TT is like, man, girl, stand up. She wants to fight. Really, TT should have had all this energy for Daisy because Daisy is the one that came and pressed her. It wasn't Bahati. So I just hope that TT keeps this energy for Daisy because Daisy's the one that really, was trying to punk you out of your own bed. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. TT beat Bahati's ass. Oh, my gosh. She literally bink, bink, bink right in her face multiple times. Bahati did say she was tired. She was like, I don't want to fight. My whole body hurts. TT literally has Bahati on the ground on her knees. She literally has Bahati on her knees, dragging her and still swinging on her. TT is small, but she is strong. TT is literally like, lay down, lay down, lay down. As she's hitting her. Oh my gosh. These fights last so long on Baddies Gone Wild. It is crazy. The girls clearly cannot break up the fights. Like, the girls, every time they try to get in between the fight, they're all hugging each other like this. The girls cannot break up any fights. They need to have some security or something on standby because this whole the girls breaking up the fight thing is not working. No, they're literally squaring up again to go for round 2. Oh my gosh. After all that, you want to fight her again, Bahati? Boom, here we go. Round 2. They start fighting each other. They move all the way close to almost like the edge of the balcony. That was dangerous. Security had to step in like, hold up, move away. They're like literally up in the mountains, TT literally puts Bahati in a headlock again. I will say like Bahati did better this round, but I still feel like TT got her because Bahati, she kept like trying to do some wrestling moves. She kept trying to like slam her to the ground, but it wasn't like working, They were just kind of both going back and forth. But here goes Bahati again trying to bite TT. This is the 3rd time this girl's trying to bite somebody. So TT is like, I'm done. She's walking away and Bahati comes after her like she wants to keep going. She wants round 3. I think Bahati wants to keep going because she feels like she's losing. But TT literally grabs a chair and she's like, run up on me. Like, I'm not playing no more. Bahati like grabs the chair too. Okay, it's going too far now. It's going too far. Damn, as TT is trying to walk down the stairs, Bahati kicks her. Girl, and Bahati's literally in the confessionals like, you're not about to beat me up. I'm gonna keep calling for more rounds until I win. Like, oh my gosh, this girl is crazy. They're over there fighting on the stairs. They're about to fall off the side of the cliff in Brazil. They're about to fall. Bahati slams TT to the floor. Like, you can literally see on Bahati's knee, her knee is red. This big red on her knee. Bahati has her finger in TT's mouth and TT just starts biting her finger. Yeah, like, you shouldn't bite her finger like that, especially when you guys already said on day 1, no biting is one of the house rules. But at the same time, Bahati, why are you putting your fingers in her mouth? She's gonna like try to cut up the inside of her mouth. And I just feel like TT probably bit you because you bit her first. So it's just like a bite for a bite at this point. I mean, TT is like, I'm done now. Bahati's still not done. Bahati's still not done. Oh my God. She's crazy. She low-key is crazy. So Jaden is like to Bahati, where are you gonna sleep tonight? Because she's in the same room as TT. Bahati's like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm sleeping in that room. She is good TV. She is good TV. She's keeping this show going. The next scene we have Shay, Hurricane M, and Daisy in the gym. Rella comes into the gym with the girlies. I don't know why these girls are in the gym because none of them look like they were working out. None of them are sweating. But Rella comes down and Daisy is gonna talk about you were talking crazy last night. Like, did you forget the part where you called her boring? Even Shay is in the confessional talking about you are boring. It's like, okay, from the 3 episodes that we saw so far, it's not giving that Rella is boring. I don't know, obviously, what's happening behind the scenes. Daisy and Rella G are going at it. Daisy starts bringing up Rochester again. You could tell that Daisy is so obsessed with New York because she keeps saying like, oh, y'all New York girls just care about your image. It's bothering her so much. You could tell something happened to her with some New York people at one point, because the way she's like, y'all are not like us, y'all New York people are not like us, Rochester. It's like, sorry, but like most people have never even heard of Rochester, so I'm just gonna have to highly disagree on that one. Daisy feels like she has to prove her point so much with this Rochester thing. Okay, so they're just arguing. Bella G must have called her like a follower or something like that, and Daisy is like, I'm not a follower, when have I ever been a follower? And Bella G is like, you was following after Bahati, you know, I guess for the room situation thing. And she's like, no, I wasn't. And Hurricane M was like, that's what Bahati said. So I'm like, uh-oh, Daisy is about to go whoop Bahati's ass. Here we go. Bella G was scary because when she left, she was like, I'm not about to mess up my face. This is the wrong person to fight with. It's like, okay. But I mean, at least she was still talking. So okay, so next scene you have Janelle's baby and Cupcake sitting in a room, and Oxy Pearl comes in and she's like, I need to talk to you, Cupcake, about something. Oh, I did not think that it was gonna go this way. So Oxy is asking her like, were you actually diagnosed with the C thing, or is it just like something pending? Cupcake says she was not diagnosed. However, she did have a 2.6 centimeter mass. She doesn't say that it was benign or not, but she does say that the C word runs in her family, so that's why she was just scared about that. Yeah, so she's like, you know, I was in the emergency room and they told me that. So I feel like, you know, if you go to the emergency and they take like labs, she wouldn't know immediately because they have to do like outpatient lab work, and then you get the results back probably like 1 or 2 weeks. It just depends. I personally wouldn't say like I might have something if it's not official, but like everybody's different. It's kind of giving when you guys remember when Persuasion did that, and Krishan Rock was literally like, girl, like she had no compassion at all. So yeah, that's why I'm like, ooh, this situation is very tricky. You got to be so careful about what you put out there, especially for these girls that are not even your friend. So yeah, Janelle's is pretty much like, I feel like you're just using that as a scapegoat. You're just using that so that people can be nice to you. Okay, so now we're downstairs. We have TT, Shay, Hurricane M, and Ming. They're all on the couch and they're talking. You know what? I just noticed, is Ming not staying in the house with them? Because I didn't see her like in any of the rooms. Ming must be staying in hotels or something, because yeah, she's not even always there. Glitter Gloss comes down and she says to Shay, like, I feel like, you know, you just switched up. Like your energy, you were so hype in the beginning and now you're just quiet. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody on day one was like super hype because it was day one. They were excited and they were probably trying to prove themselves. They were probably acting out of character, doing a little extra. And then like you see the real person, you know, starts coming through because nobody can be who they aren't for very long. So like Shay's like actual real true self is starting to come out. And instead of the girls being like, you know, I like this you better, they're like trying to call her out for switching up. It's just weird. Oh my gosh, that easy? Like Hurricane M is like, I think that Shay is gonna be out of the house soon, and Shay was like, I think you are too. And then literally they get up to start fighting. They didn't even really have any beef, like just that easily. Here we go. Oh my gosh, so they started fighting. They almost knocked over the light. They're literally like going from one room to the next room. It did look like Hurricane M might have gotten the upper hand just slightly, especially in the beginning, even though at the end of that, like Hurricane M was like on the floor, but I think security guard got her on the floor. I don't think that was actually Shay. But then here we go, boom, round two. They start fighting again. Shay was kind of like swinging her around like a rag doll, and at the end, Shay literally starts hitting Hurricane M on her head. Boop, 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 boop. This is what I was expecting from Shay, because Shay's strong. To me, it looked like Shay kind of took round two. Yeah, the fact that everybody is yelling too, let her get her lick back, let her get her lick back. Even they think that Hurricane M lost that second fight. Shay is like, I'm done after that. So yeah, Ming doesn't like Shay just because of the celebrity comment too. And Hurricane M tells Ming like, she said she was gonna do something to you too. And Ming was like, oh, who, me? Glitter Gloss is being messy. She literally told Ming, you should go ask Shay if she wants to fight. And Ming actually gets up to do it. Like, what are you doing, Ming? You're not giving like follower. You're not giving like somebody can put a battery behind your back. Why are you like letting these girls orchestrate this? That was kind of weird. Ming is running all over the house. We see her run in about 10 different rooms. She can't find Shay. She doesn't even know her way around the house. Shay is literally in the confessionals with Bahati. Like she's not even thinking about you, Ming. She's not even worried about you. I can't believe you let Glitter Gloss put a battery in your back like that. So yeah, when she goes up in the confessional, Ming is like, so you say you wanted to fight me. You want to fight me. Shay is literally like, I never said that about you, but if you want to fight Ming, we could fight. Glitter Gloss is like, you want to fight? And she stands up and Shay looks confused like, what? I'm not fighting you. What the hell what do you have to do with this? And I agree, like, what are you doing? And Glitter Gloss is like, you're not about to fight her. She's little. I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Are we protecting Ming Lee? Is that what's going on here? Because if that's the case, she just doesn't need to be in the house because this is whack. What are you doing, Glitter Gloss? Why are you trying to fight her battles right now? So Ming is in the confessional talking about you pick and choose. You're scary. I mean, I do that too, but I'm small, so I can do that. Like, no, just because you're small doesn't mean you can do that. No, you don't get a pass. If you're allowed to do that, everybody else is allowed to do that too. Just because you're small and tiny, it doesn't mean that you're not going to be called scary too. But yeah, but Ming actually squares up with her in the end. She's like, let's go. Let me have her. It kind of looked like Shay didn't even want to fight her. Like in the beginning, she was just kind of like, pushed her back. It low-key looked like she could have dropped her easily. Boom, here we go. Preview for the next episode. I'm not going to react to the previews for the next episode because they deceive me all the time. So I'm just going to wait for the next episode for that to happen. But yeah, this was a good episode.